Good morning and happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, October the 21st, I believe it is, 2025. And this is the first day I've walked in months. Like, it might even have been like half a year, to be honest. I was pretty consistent at one point, walking 3 to 4 times a week. But, life changed, schedule changed, and I just stopped. So, this is going to be like a really transparent video, but I think for the last 7 weeks I started on Ozempic. And if you've ever watched like any of my videos from the past, I've tried a couple of different GLP-1s, and I am now on Ozempic. Today I will take my last 0.5 dose, and then I'll increase to 1 next week. And although I know one of my friends shared with me that she didn't begin to experience substantial weight loss until she was like at 2, like last week I gained weight. So I've been maintaining pretty consistently, but last week I gained weight, and I was like, oh no, I am not going to be on this medication and not reaping the benefits of the medication, right? And then also, I'm not on the medicine just for weight loss. I am technically now a type 2 diabetic. So I believe it's managing that very well. However, I do want to benefit from the weight loss aspect of the drug. So, I'm back outside. I'm taking it day by day. I'm not committing to anything. I just wanted to get back out here today. Boy, this weight is no joke, especially as you age. But in the last couple months, last month, I took a hiatus from Facebook specifically, and a bird wants to talk to, but I read a book that I had been wanting to read for several years, and it talks about addiction with sex, food, and and as it relates to like relationship with God. So I remember years ago, maybe about 4 years ago, I had an interview at a eating disorder center, and one of the questions they asked me was, what is your relationship like with food? And I was like, Yeah, again, this is an interview, so I'm not going to be 100% honest with them regardless. I don't even know how I answered the question. I just kind of fluffed it up. But I had never been asked that question before. I had never even considered the nature of my relationship with food. But if I was honest with myself, then and now, it ain't good. So, that's that. So, in that book, it talks about addiction and addiction stemming from like trauma. I know for me, I've always been a person that enjoyed food, specifically salty, high sodium food. I am addicted to salt. Some people are addicted to sweets, sugar, I don't know, whatever, right? But that is my thing. And so I crave salt, unlike, some people craving sugar and different types of things. And so, that's the truth. So there's been points in my life recently where I prayed, like asking God to like take that addiction away because it's that strong, right? And typically I don't keep certain foods in my house. Not typically, but I say 99% of the time. Like I bought some cookies, like from a Dollar Tree that you bake. maybe a couple weeks ago, and I made those a couple nights ago. I've had one or two the last couple of days each day, and so I had 3 the first day, 2 yesterday, and then I got one to have to think about that. But yeah, so if I want a little sweet treat, I'll buy something like that, something small. But man, what is your relationship like with food? That's the question, that it kind of put things into perspective for me, or at least opened my eyes to consider that question for myself, not specifically for that interview. I said this before, when I used to walk, it wasn't just about weight loss. Again, being 40 plus, experiencing, potential perimenopause, just aging, right? Body just getting a little older. Things don't work like they used to. My back, still have lower back pain. That was the kind of biggest motivating factor for me before. And so I do believe that there are a lot of things that can change with diet and exercise. The diabetic piece, I've managed that as a pre-diabetic for 10 years now. And this year, my A1C finally was 6.5. I was on the cusp for years, just playing. So now I'm technically diabetic, but I believe with diet and exercise, it can be reversed. As hypertension, which that's something I've had for 20 years, been on up to 2 medications at a time. I'm only on one. Currently, I took myself off the other one because it was good, low. So I'm not gonna say I took myself off. Me and the doctor talked about it. I think I might have just jumped the gun, but it's okay. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here and share this and just being accountable. I was up late last night, and parts of me wanted to just lay in that bed, but I accidentally left my ring